to the Yaffee program right here on News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. Glad you've joined the show. If you miss any of it live, the podcast is up. And if you can't catch it on the radio, plenty of other ways to reach your voice of reason. You can listen at WVNN.com, any of your smart devices, the WVNN app, or the iHeartRadio app as well. So obviously, yes, the big news, the special session, supposed to end today. They're not going to do anything about the gas tax, I guess, but whatever. But they're supposed to end today on this redistricting. And I saw that one of our local leaders here, the local Democrat, Anthony Daniels, who is the House Minority Leader, and I have agreed with them on some other things. I agreed with them very strongly when it came to extending the overtime tax cut. I mean, he was making conservative arguments. But when it comes to the redistricting thing, he's going back to typical Democrat politics here. So here's what he said. I see that 1819 News had it. He said, my colleagues are attempting to eliminate every congressional district that's represented by a Democrat in the entire state of Alabama. But more importantly than a Democrat, an African American. See, this is not about electoral politics of D versus R. This is about a community being able to represent their own interests and having the opportunity to elect their person of choice. Now, look, you just can't make this argument. It is true that in Alabama, both representatives are black, but in other states where this is happening, in Tennessee, the one Democrat in Tennessee is an old white guy. And then you constantly give examples of, and I know I've said this multiple times, but I just want to say, Virginia. Democrats had an opportunity, okay, not Democrats, African-American voters had an opportunity to help elect an African-American woman as governor, and they didn't. Why? Because she's a Republican. So why are Republicans doing this in response? Because they want to help Republicans. The fact is, this is all about politics. This is all about Democrat versus Republican. And that's the point. He said, but he disagrees. He said, this is about race. This is not about Republican or Democrat. This is about race, giving the African-American community the opportunity to elect their person of choice. They can still vote. Nobody is, if you listen to that, you would think they can't vote. No, they can still vote. But the fact is, we're a Republican state. The fact is, Democrats have been doing this for years in Democrat states, so Republicans are going to fight back. So we should just let you keep doing it in Democrat states and then give you seats in Alabama. It doesn't make any sense. Now, Steve Marshall once again talked about this. I know I've been playing some cuts of him this week. I found one more. He was on the BBC, actually. Go ahead, Walker, real quick. Play the Steve Marshall cut I sent you.
Now, on Thursday, you filed emergency motions with the U.S. Supreme Court to allow your state to move ahead with redistricting there. Why do you think it's in Alabama's best interest to change your voting districts now rather than waiting a couple of years or until the 2028 election?
Yeah, we think that the Calais decision that came from the Supreme Court this week made it clear that what Alabama had done previously in drawing our congressional maps was absolutely constitutional. So our request to the Supreme Court is to vacate the order that came from the three-judge panel that considered our case and give the Alabama legislature an opportunity to make those decisions. And look, why should Alabama be treated any differently than what we've seen take place in Virginia, California, and New York? Allow Alabamians to be represented by those who most represent their philosophical basis, and that would be 7 Republicans coming from our great state.
100% right. Once again, that's my response. 100% right. All right, coming up next, yes, we will get to what's trending as Walker is here producing. I end the show with the Yaffee program Rewind. We're still giving away tickets to the Movie Talk Radio on Saturday night to meet me and Dale Jackson and the crew. We'll be back in a moment on the Yaffee program.
It's the Yaffee program on WVNN. The United States Soccer Federation presents the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
My name is David Goss, and I'm joined by my co-host Megan Klinenberg.
And now we're giving people an inside look at the World Cup.
Time's ticking. I think you can feel the intensity. All the guys are wanting to really stake their claim, and they want to be on that World Cup roster. There's no doubt about it.
Hosting the World Cup on home soil comes with its pressures, but we're just really excited, just as the people are.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast, presented by Henco. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Why? Because I have a job to do.
With rapid-fire takes.
So I don't want to hear from you lava pigs on this notion today. No idea what you're talking about. You're complaining more than you like to breathe air. It's like you get up in the morning only to complain and cry and moan on social media about things that you don't even understand.
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
Take advantage of it. Get up in here.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
What's your beef?
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
You've been warned.